So what shall you do?
Oh, what shall I do?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I will. Let's see. I think my contagious enthusiasm works. Maybe some.
You change its mind.
Change his mind. Like, hey, buddy, let's be friends.
Yeah, you get no dice for that, which means right.
Yeah.
Maybe I can utilize my lightning reflexes to
That's true.
leave
That's true.
big mandibles
Mm-hmm.
trying to chop off my head or cut me.
Lightning reflexes makes a lot of sense as you try to wiggle out of there.
Okay.
Oh, as far as
two dice.
Difficulty goes, well, you are hurt.
I'm hurt.
Oh. I think I'm going to save one die for like really, really dire circumstances, and this is, I'm still putting this at a 2. This is adventure. This is adventure, but
All right.
But the true, I mean, last time is when you guys really hit the real disasters.
Well, I lost a pool die last time, so let's go ahead and just knock this last one out and see if I can get lucky. No.
Wow.
Oh, no.
So all out of pool dice and another failure for me. Yikes. The pool has been cruel.
Right.
I may, we may have to, end this with the jaws closing on Hatch and, piercing.
Oh, no. Hatch was only a guest star?
Well, only a guest star.
I don't want to find a half Hatch.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you may have been eaten.
It's a tough life.
That's right.
But yeah, who knows? You guys have lots and lots and lots of biotechnology there that you used on Hatch last time, I might add. But so who knows how salvageable you are? But at present, it's looking pretty bad.
That's right.
So back at the Hive, I guess. To clarify something that might not have been clear last time, I thought it was, but Jerry, you talk about how there's kind of a little council or circle of patriarchs associated with a given queen. And so I've been imagining 4 or 5 of them.
Okay.
Right. They more and more, have sort of developed their sense of being actually a leadership council. But as you saw last time, they're smart enough to realize that they better listen to you guys instead of just making shit up as they go along. And so they actually are having a little conference with the with Struct, with Sustenance, with Hita, and with Protect Annihilate. And they, so you have these sort of 5 small Hivers who are taking on sort of what to a Hiver is kind of a super male shape and form, but which doesn't look anything like the human stuff, but they're small though. They're maybe a third of the size they would be under ordinary circumstances. So they're kind of like miniature little guys, and their real concern. They have come to a decision. They have come to a decision that the older Hivers are not to be mulched, unilaterally, right? They think that actually there needs to be kind of an outside or a separate council or a separate, governing body that's made of your characters, that will serve as. At this point, they look a little bit nervous, and one of them kind of glances over at the queen and says, "Will serve as kind of an experience and moderating effect on any unusual ambitions, any innovations, that come from our youth." So yeah, the patriarchs are kind of like, "She said what?" So,
Awesome.
so they're talking to the two of you about this, and about how, the idea that basically all the older hivers would just be mulched, and this would be a all youngster hive. The patriarchs have said, we've been thinking. Look at this really nice place they set up for us. That was the old people. You understand that, right? So, notwithstanding the fact that Hiver Protect Annihilate got a whole bunch of them killed last time, but you came back with eggs. That fixes a lot.
Oh, come on. Gonna keep throwing that in my face.
No, you brought back an egg sack. They're good. Yeah. So,
as long as we are useful, let's be honest
exactly.
here.
Yeah.
Now, it should also be very clear, however, that if we look at both of your characters at this time,
not very useful no longer.
Well, both of you are looking very beat up.
Mm-hmm.
Both of you are looking extremely well used and a little bit, if not dysfunctional, at least battered, both biologically and mechanically.
Rusty dented scarf.
Right, exactly. So I think that given all the different roles, it should be coming very clear that another part of the hive's new hierarchy is missing. And that would be the particularly assertive and active hatchling who has been taking on a leadership role and whose presence is soon sorely missed. So there comes the question, where is Hatch?
Yeah. Where is Hatch?
Is there any kind of dispatcher or schedule or?
I had been thinking about that very thing and no mention was made.
Yeah. Well.
Wait, we are insects, right?
Mm-hmm.
We should be able to sniff them out.
Well, you do have all sorts of olfactory sensing capabilities.
That was going to be my idea, is find the scent. Yes. Right. So yeah, can we?
I can. Would be the best answer.
What would be the traits in question?
Well, I've got the photo olfactory navigation, which is
go ahead.
Essentially, the sniffing and navigating by, So, if I can, I will attempt to find Hatch.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, before we do that, make sure that there aren't any other ones that are missing. Like,
right,
doing accounting.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it might not necessarily just be Hatch. There might be more missing. In which case, it's not just a Hatch problem; it's a colony problem. So I would like to do that first. Is make sure they're all, and if everyone's accounted for, then we go after hatch. Or
Right. There seems to have been no, picking off people in the corners or the shadows going on.
Right.
So that has not been happening. And as you make your inquiries or just simply do what you just said, you'll quickly find that Hatch had buzzed off to go looking down all these corridors and crevices and had been. So basically, you understand where Hatch has gone in a general sense.
Okay.
Which is not the same thing as finding. Are you going to enlist others in this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hita's got to come because Hita knows the geology here.
Correct.
And so, I
Search
can
party,
be
others.
the muscle. Yeah. Put together a search party, but yeah, I can be the muscle, but Hita has to kind of be the trailblazer because Hita knows, don't go over here, you'll fall into a crevice. This wall.
In this case, it would be
was weak.
We haven't been here so far. What is this little overactive hatchling up to?
Exactly. Didn't she see the little sign saying "Not inspected yet, don't go here"?
That's right.
So I thought that meant you should go there and inspect it.
I think that's exactly the sign she saw.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. It just kept going.
So what is the trait, Helma?
Gonna be surveying equipment.
No, that makes a lot of sense.
I want to make sure that we don't get lost ourselves or kind of impaled by stalactites or whatever could happen.
And this, Renee, actually is an interesting point. Is there any trait that you could say retroactively Hatch may have been wise enough to employ or could coincidentally be said to be employed that would help them find you?
Question. The only thing I'd really have would just be, luckily, Hatch isn't known for her finesse, and probably leaves just breadcrumbs of things that have been moved around, probably a little bit more.
Left your sandwich wrapper, knocked over
sandwich
things.
Reese's peanut butter cup wrapper.
Right.
Sounds good.
No, I completely get it. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. So go ahead and roll.
Just luck. Her luck.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's also the luck. That's not a small thing. It would be very lucky for them to find you, right?
Yes.
I think that's what we'll have to go with. For this, it's going to be 2 dice for Renee, in addition to the luck trait. And for Hita, 2 dice. Mm-hmm. For Protector Annihilator, 1 die. Partly due to your dilapidated condition, which is actually worse than Hita's, but also and significantly due to the fact that you are big.
Right. True.
And are not right. This is not your happy place.
All right. Well, we're gonna make it our happy place.
Hold yourself into a little bit smaller.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I am.
Second your gut.
That's right. Okay, everybody, let's roll and see what happens. By the way, these rolls do reinforce one another.
Okay, I spent all of my pool dice. I like this little pest.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I spent 4 out of my 5.
And it helped.
Excellent.
And it did not help me one bit.
Oh, no. Really?
Okay.
That is okay.
But, Helma, you got a 1?
I got 2.
And Renee got a 1 as well. Excellent. So
and
that means that you're
I want to start narrating.
You go right ahead.
I think that Protector Annihilator is going to get stuck halfway.
Well, but I narrate his failure. I'll definitely take that into account.
Probably you should start.
Okay. Yes.
In that case.
Right. Well, I'm definitely going to say that you do. I'll take that suggestion, just to be formal. about what you've already said, I'll take that suggestion for sure and say, yes, you get stuck and cannot continue. So you cannot continue to help. And it is a bruising and traumatic experience.
It's bruising and traumatic. Like I had 6 legs going in, I got 4 coming out.
Right, something like that.
Probably kind of, because in the beginning, are you ready? Okay, sorry.
Well, I was going to say is that you should now describe this as your own success. That's your job. So if you want to do that, yeah.
The experience is probably, or certainly traumatic, because at first Hitter tries to drag him through this little raggedy hole because she feels like I need him. Why can't he just hold
your breath?
No. Breathe out.
Right.
I'll get you through. Before she realizes there's no way, and she starts pushing him back because somehow everybody has to get through there again. So in the end, he's probably just lying there completely spent.
But what about success?
Speculate about what he's thinking about.
But what about your success in finding Hatch?
So yes, that's the point. So I continue, and it's basically this: you start to have a feeling this thing is inhibited. Something is living here, and I mean, I'm not exactly good at trying to be sneaky or something, but I'm really slowing down. And then when I come around the corner, there is this thing, and then there is this what looks like, not entirely sure if it's hatch or just leftovers. And I'm going to take one of my arms and all the way out. It's a mechanical one.
Right.
So it really about 2-3 meters, really all the way out, and start dragging this little bundle, trying not to alert this monstrous animal.
So Renee, do you want to narrate for your luck in action, or do you want to take the die?
Oh, I need the die, sadly. I love narrating, but
okay.
I need the die.
So in that case, I'm going to say that luckily Hatch is alive. Perhaps sadly diminished in pieces and parts, but salvageable. But it is a desperate situation.